Alright, what's going on, guys? It's GSR here. So I wanted to explain to you guys why I think the back three, aka the reflect move, is very flawed in this game, and why I think it actually sucks in Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Right now, this move can be used to make certain moves in the game minus. It can help you go through a gap. It can also give you some breathing room. Right now, the problem with this move is that it can be baited out. So if the computer was to do this, I can actually go for a Dragon Rush, or I can bait it out, and then once he goes for the move, because of how long the recovery is, I can actually take advantage of this and then go for like whatever, fancy combo that I actually want to go for. So your options are really good off of this, but your reward, if you manage to reflect an opponent's attacks or you end up making the opponent really minus in this game, is very mediocre. And the reason why I say that is because the opponent is safe even though they shouldn't be safe, and they shouldn't be able to press buttons once you reflect them. And this is just very flawed on so many different levels. So we're going to talk about one move, which is Master Roshi's little invincible move that gives him some type of armor, which is his down back one, right? And there's a gap in the second hit. So we're going to continue on, and then I'm going to explain to you why this is very flawed. Alright guys, so when Master Roshi goes for this down back one, watch this. I'm minus 17 on block, but you see the problem here? There's massive amounts of distance here for no reason at all. Another thing to take of note is that even though you reflected me and you try to pressure me or something like that, as you can clearly see, I can thaw an assist and I can smack you in the face and then vanish and then convert that into a full combo, or I can take it upon myself to do this and then vanish. You see what I mean? You see how stupid this is? So pretty much you just made me safe on block for no reason at all. Right? And keep in mind, you're still stuck into another mind game, because even though you, have a window to punish me, I can still vanish and create these type of mind games, which doesn't make any sense to me, and it leaves me like really perplexed, right? Since offense in this game is really oppressive. So this doesn't make any sense. Now, another thing to take of note is that why is it that I'm being pushed way over here when I'm minus 17 on block, when I should be really close to you to where I can't call out an assist, I can't vanish? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should not be able to do those two options. You shouldn't be able to do anything else because you chose to do this move, right? And this applies to a lot of different things. Like, if I do this, I'm still able to swing like a wild man and do all this crazy shit. You see what I mean? To where it will catch the opponent eventually, right? To where they get hit, and then it's going to frustrate the fuck out of you, right? And the thing is that it's very possible to whiff punish the opponent because they're possibly mashing, but the problem is that you shouldn't be able to do that if you get a reflect on the opponent. You see where I'm going with this? So this mechanic is very flawed on so many different levels, and it doesn't make any sense. Why is it that I'm stuck into another mind game? So watch this, right? Now, I want you guys to understand something, right? Master Roshi does not have the correct startup time to punish his own move. The main thing that he can do is pressure, and this applies to a huge majority of the characters in the cast. And there might be a very, very small portion of characters that might be able to go for some form of a punish, but other than that, like, it's not gonna happen, right? So just watch what happens, right? So I have Master Roshi on the other side doing the same thing, pretty much with the vanish. Now watch what happens. Even if I pressure you, you see what I try to do? You can still vanish. So this forces me to respect you in a way, and I have to understand that you could possibly punish me, right? So this doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, it really doesn't, right? So the thing that you can do in a situation like this, right, is if you predict that the opponent is going to vanish, which is very common in this game, because I've seen it when I was watching my friends play, what'll happen is that you can actually go for a down 2, which is a down heavy punch, or I think down H. I think that's how they say it in this game, right? I don't know the correct terminology, but as you can clearly see, you can get a punish. But that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is that you shouldn't be able to do something like that, and you shouldn't be able to call out your assist, and you should be close enough to where you can get punished. And this is a very, very flawed mechanic, I think, because your rewards for baiting out somebody for going for a reflect is very fucking high in this game. And like I said, since offense is so oppressive in this game, you would think that they would take it upon themselves to buff this move up and make it a lot more better. You see where I'm going with this? So I don't see anybody else really talking about this. Maybe it's because I haven't been really looking it up, but I do recall on like Reddit, there were some people trying to make excuses for this reflect move, trying to make it seem as if like this reflect move is really strong, and it's actually not. I've seen certain people's YouTube channels to where they try to make it seem like the reflect move is not bad in this game, And it's just like, dude, have you not really laughed with this at all? Like, this is very flawed. Like, this is a very flawed mechanic. Okay? This is very flawed on so many different levels. So, this is not me complaining or ranting or nothing like that. This is just me trying to have a discussion with you guys, because I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And with that being said, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And explain why you agree or why you disagree. I would really like to know you guys' thoughts on this particular situation, because I think this mechanic needs to be buffed. Because being in a game like this, to where frame traps happen a lot, to where pressure is really overwhelming, to where, you know, there are massive amounts of cross-ups and mix-ups and hard to blockables to a certain degree. You have to understand that having good defensive options in a game like this is a must. That's the flaw that NRS has, where they don't necessarily understand the concept of turns, right? And that's not me throwing shots at NRS. This is just me talking and trying to have a discussion about it. Another thing to take of note is that Master Roshi gets a mind game off of this, and the reason why is because there's a gap in the second hit. So I can cancel the first hit on block into a banish. I can also take it upon myself to call out like Videl and do like an assist. So like if I do it correctly, right, there's no gap, as you can clearly see there, and I'm super plus on block. Now if I wanted to be an asshole, I can make myself super plus on block to where like I'm plus 41 and plus 42, and you're gonna have no choice but to respect, right? So like if I do this correctly, right, I can do some shit like that and then become like really plus on block, right? Or you know, I wait till Gohan gets back in. I can do something like that and become plus 42 on block. Even though I mistimed it, that's exactly what you would get if you do it correctly. So you kind of get where I'm going with this, right? So he gets a mind game off of it, so it leaves me really perplexed why you're able to like do this. And this applies to a good portion of characters in this game, because every character has a lot of bullshit with them. Another thing that's actually not bad about the reflect though, is that if your back is pushed into the corner, it is very possible to reflect the opponent and gain some space to where you get breathing room, and that can change the tide of the battle if you know what your opponent's doing and if you know the matchup correctly. So if Master Roshi does this right here, right, I can get some breathing room, and that's kind of a good thing about this, right? That's kind of a good thing, but I would rather get a punish than be able to get breathing room like that. You see what I mean? Like it's just some things to talk about, but let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Peace.